lose, he's not that he's more bearable, right? Like
Yeah.
he's at least like hold accountable. But the issue is it's like he is way too up. He's way too up Mahomes' skirt.
Every time.
And I'm like, dude.
The greatest of our generation. Which, dude.
Or like Tony Romo. Tony Romo was a great quarterback, but I, as a commentator, I cannot stand him, dude. And that Bills and Chiefs game, all he did was like, oh my God, look at Josh Allen. That's totally a Mahomes move. I'm like, dude. I was like, so everything that's out of the ordinary is a Mahomes move? Like, come on.
Yes. I know. He's out padding Pat. I know. Yeah, Josh has been doing. I mean, I guess the shovel pass
The
is
shovel pass,
relatively new.
yes. But like, okay, before that, if you look at like before Mahomes was in the league, no other quarterback did the shovel pass.
Yeah, exactly. That's not true at all. Dude, go back to Brett Favre.
Yeah.
I mean, Brett Favre was 100%. I bet you there's 20 videos out there of him successfully completing a shovel pass. In fact, they were the ones. The thing that drove me nuts about the Pat Mahomes stats his first year, like the year he threw 50 touchdowns, which was like maybe his first starting year. But
Yeah.
dude, like 20 of those were because they were doing this. He'd snap it and blip the ball, and because it went in the air and a guy snagged it and ran it in. And then he was doing this. He'd hike and then he'd go like this, and
Yeah.
the little running back had.
I think it was his second year.
Yeah, it was the second year, but that was like his first as a starter.
Yeah, first full year starter.
And I went through and I remember like, dude, like, I think it was like over half his touchdowns were like under 3 yards.
Yeah. Well, he's notorious for that. You know, like, well, I'm not gonna take it away from the guy. Like, yeah, he does what he has to do, right? But like, it's not like spectacular.
One of the things I'll give him credit for, though, that I gotta say, is when that dude throws it downfield, man, you hold your breath every time because the guy's either running wide open. Like Mahomes does not miss wide open guys.
No.
It took Josh a long time to. I mean, Josh outplays him like so big in the regular season.
You know what this is though? This is huge. So Nick Wright said it, right? He was like, what this proves, or what happened is that Highmark Stadium, if the Bills finish the season great, will be Chiefs versus Buffalo, the last rodeo
Oh, jeez.
at Highmark Stadium. It will be because they already got the tiebreaker over the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
They already got the tiebreaker over Baltimore.
Yeah.
And they got to beat the Bengals, but the Bengals aren't really like all that this year, right? Like whatever.
Yeah.
But in another world, you got to get the win over the Bengals to have home advantage, right?
Yeah. Well, right now the Chiefs are sitting in third place. I mean, and dude, Broncos are 7-2 because, Broncos.
Broncos look good. I'm not gonna
look good, yeah.
but they don't. They're like the Bills kind of. The Bills started good this week, right? But other games, the Bills started so slow.
Yeah, they play like they're Mr. Jekyll. They've been that way forever. It's what is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Where it's the tale of two tapes, man. Where and the prime example was playing Atlanta. We go play Atlanta, and dude, they couldn't play worse in the first half, and you couldn't play better in the second half. Like the whole thing was just insane.
Dude, it's ridiculous that the Bills lost to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Whatever. The Bills losing to the Patriots, honestly, that Patriots team is legit. The Patriots are going to be...
They're good.
They're going to be good.
The thing that puts them over, in my opinion, is Diggsy. 100%. Like, I got so sick of that dude, but, like...
Diggs isn't even in their main target anymore on that team.
The thing about the way he plays, though, is he's very good in that 0 to 15-yard range.
Yeah.
And Drake May doesn't have the biggest arm, but he's extremely good at, like, being well-timed, reading the defense, which I think is, for Diggs and him, they're perfect combo.
Drake May, I mean, I'm not saying he has a big arm, right? But he was slinging the ball down the field.
He can sling it, yeah.
You know, he looked like, I hate to say it, they look good, right? They have, and I hate to say it again, they have their next franchise quarterback.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Drake May is their quarterback for the future.
Now it's going to be, can those guys beat the Bills in the playoffs?
Can they beat them in the playoffs? But the Bills,
Listen, Mac Jones' rookie year beat the Bills in Buffalo. So this narrative happened in 2021 where the Bills were in second place until they met again. And actually for a while they were a full game plus the loss behind. So that went on for, I think, 6-7 weeks.
yeah.
And so it's like, to me, okay, fine. Well, we got to play you again. Buffalo, I say we because I'm a Bills fan, but I'm not worried about New England this year, but I do think you are right.
It's gonna be tough. Like the Bills have to go in to what the fuck is their stadium called?
Highmark Stadium?
No.
Gillette.
Gillette, and they gotta walk out with a win.
Yeah.
They have to, right? Because they beat the Jets already. They beat the Dolphins. They play the Jets or the Dolphins, I think, in like a week or two, right?
Yeah, we play the Dolphins this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Here, right? Or there? I think it's there. I think it is there.
It is there. But it ends up being a home game for us.
Yeah. Regardless, they should beat them, but I can't say it because look at this fuck triangle.
Listen, if they were even in contention, I would say, but the Bills are going to blow the doors off of them. I'm just going to say it right now. Like, this has that feeling just because they fired their GM. Like, morale in that building is not high. And we're like, losing to Atlanta, dude, that's an up-and-coming team.
Well, the funny thing is, the Bills lose to Atlanta. Atlanta loses to the fucking Dolphins.
Yep.
How does that even...
And then Atlanta almost beats New England.
Yeah.
Had them right down to the wire.
How does that make...
New England.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Bijan Robinson had a career-high game against the Bills. I think he had, 180 rushing yards.
Dude, he looked like
two
just
touchdowns.
A legendary running back.
Drake London was going crazy on us.
Right.
Like, whatever. Right. But then the
looking
following
like
week...
Mike Evans out there.
Yeah. The following week, they lose to... Or maybe not the following, I think the week after. They lose to the Dolphins, and Bijan Robinson had 23 yards against the most allowed run defense in the league.
So, narratives matter. Like, when the Bills played Atlanta was coming off a bye. And, the Bills under McDermott are 9-0 under the bye, right? And there's a reason that teams do well after the bye. You know who your next opponent is. That's all you're watching for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you can get every perspective that you absolutely need on that team for a while. So, I don't know. Atlanta definitely, of all the games, I never look at a schedule at the beginning of the year and go, oh, this has the feeling of a trap game, right? I'll never do that. But that game when you get there and you're actually like that night, it was like, yeah, this is a trap game. I mean, Bernard gets hurt. He's not playing. Milano's out. Trey White is just not able to. He's not able to cover deep anymore. And then Poyer's playing. Dude, that guy should have been retired. Now he's playing really well for the Bills.
Yeah.
And his influence on Cole Bishop, our safety, was unbelievable. Cole Bishop had to have had one of the best games I've ever seen. From him anyway, which is amazing because he had not been looking good. But Taylor Rapp, our actual starter, he's out. He's been out. He's just not. I just don't think he's an influential player. I think he's just kind of a smash mouth guy.
Yeah. What that kid? He's a rookie. I think either safety or far safety. He had an amazing game against the. He had the interception on Mahomes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Maxwell Hairston.
Yeah. He had a great game.
It's kind of exactly what we thought when we got him he was going to be. Yeah. And then he got hurt. So you can't, but anytime you draft, dude, I don't care if they're a first rounder.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
look at Cam Scatterboo, right? Like, he was, I think, late third or early fourth. Mm-hmm. And arguably, he was a really good starting rookie.
Yeah.
But now, Quashawn Jenkins from the Browns.
Yep.
He had a breakout game. So did the running back from the Bears this last weekend. 184 rushing yards. It doesn't matter. Honestly, sometimes where you get drafted, it's just if you have like the dog in you to go crazy.
Yep. I would 100% agree with that. Yeah, dude. I mean, and also, when I remember Zach Davidson, he was on our practice squad. I was actually getting worried because I'm like, dude, this guy looks like he could be as good as Dalton Kincaid, who is our like first round tight end, or pretty sure he was a first rounder. And he looked fantastic. He didn't make the team. Well, the Bills knew that they had a dog in Jackson Hawes.
Yeah.
He's kind of your big traditional blocker, and now he's evolving to a point where he can actually he can catch the ball a little bit.
There it is right there. Look it.
Isn't that crazy, dude? Did you think you'd see this at that point?
No. The Colts just got better too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Colts just got better. Seahawks got better. They added Raheem Sneed.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Sam Darnold is having almost an MVP year if it wasn't for Daniel Jones and the Colts.
Yep. Yeah, it's insane. There's a lot of guys, but it's to me it's still too much small of a sample size. But I will say, dude, these guys they made it to the league for a reason, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm always like, there is no excuse in today's football. A guy can have a guy as great as Mahomes, as great as Josh Allen, can literally fall off a table tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're human, bro. And a guy who's a rookie who looks promising can come back next year and lost a step.
Look at Nick Foles. Nick Foles was great for the Eagles when they won that Super Bowl. Because Carson Wentz got hurt. I think he got hurt, week 10 and was out for the season?
Yeah.
Then Nick Foles stepped in, did great. The year after that, didn't he go to Jags? Didn't he go to Indiana? Or not Indiana, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jacksonville. He went to Jacksonville.
He jumped around, yeah.
And he didn't do great, but he didn't do amazing either. Like he was just like an okay quarterback.
Yep. Yeah, I think a lot of it's coaching too, right?
Yeah.
Having the right pieces around you that complement your strengths. That's kind of what I mean by with Drake May and Stephon Diggs. I'm like, dude, I think Diggs would have had a hard time connecting with Drake May 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because he didn't, Drake doesn't have that, he's a slinger, don't get me wrong. I'm not down talking his game. He's a good player. He's a good quarterback. Again, you don't need the biggest arm to win. We've seen that.
No, look at the
very
Eagles.
Creative. He's a dog for sure. We'll give him all that. But dude, he doesn't have Josh Allen's arm. We can see that.
Yeah.
It's really obvious. So you take Diggs 3 years ago, who was just he's a bull trying to get out of the cage, right? Now Diggs is he's still got that step, but he doesn't have that vertical anymore.
No.
Right? He's very much I'm going to dance around you, hop, skip, pop, 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 and get open, pretty quick, which is what I've been saying about Drake May. I'm like, yo, that's perfect for him right now. Where Diggs is at in his career and where Drake May is as a player, he's the perfect receiver for him.
Oh, yeah.
And, so that's where I'm like, okay, Drake May's doing great, but I will say I think a lot of his success is because of Stephon Diggs right now. Josh Allen, he's still having success without Diggs. So there's a difference to me. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yesterday was trade deadline. There was rumors that the Bills are going after Deebo Samuel, and I was like, dude, I think that they're good with what they have. If
anything.
If he's the receiver that they're going after, 100%, I think the Bills are okay.
Yeah, if a guy like Curtis Samuel gets hurt this week, then I'd be like, man, that Deebo trade would have been nice right now. But, we're getting Gabriel Davis back. Say what you want about him. In our system this year, and it would have been great last year, he's going to fit well. Mark my words.
Yeah. But the Bills could have got Chris Olave. They didn't, right?
They would have wanted so much for him, though.
No. Well, yes. Draft-wise, yeah.
So it depends on the context. Because if they're going, hey, we want a first and we want a second next year, and then maybe we want another player or something no way. Because last year we kind of gave up a decent amount. I think we gave up a fourth for Amari Cooper. But you're essentially renting him for 8 games.
Yeah.
So it's I wouldn't trade.
And now he's retired.
Yeah. And now he's retired. Yeah.
Dude, the Jets. I mean, Have you seen the draft picks that the Jets have right now?
Uh, yeah, dude, they're crazy. 2 straight years of first round picks. It's gonna get him a quarterback, but again,
No, I don't know about that. I think he's
What do you
gonna
mean?
go to watch. What is it? The Jets in 2026 will have 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds. In 2027, they have 3 first rounds.
and they might have the number 1 overall pick when it's all said and done.
On top of all that, yeah. So, but the rumors that it is that Kyler Murray is on his way out of Arizona,
Oh, jeez, Louise, dude.
and they're saying that he would fit perfectly in the Jets
Oh
scheme
my gosh.
because Jacoby Brissett
Clearly, he's a better quarterback for that team.
is
I mean, he wins.
he
Stats
wins.
aside, he wins.
No, he wins. But on top of all that, he actually gets the ball to his receivers right when they get open, almost.
Yeah.
If you look at that game against Dallas, Jacoby Brissett isn't scrambling. Yeah, he takes a sack every now and then, whatever, right? Like, doesn't matter. Third and whatever, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 20, he's still able to convert and get it
100%.
a first down.
You know what the best thing about him is now? What's weird is he started doing those like backup quarterback commercials. Jacoby Brissett is a star now. Like he is just like when I was watching that Cowboys game, it felt like the best quarterback on the field was Jacoby Brissett. Like he had the presence.
The thing is,
you wanted to watch him.
Yeah, the issue that that I have with Murray or any quarterback of that size, Murray's 5'10", I think.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett's 6'4".
Yeah.
Guess who can see over that O-line way faster and way easier?
Yeah.
If you look at Murray, he drops back, almost every time.
Yeah.
I don't know how factual that is, but if you watch the Cardinals, he's dropping back to try to get over that line and see over.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett at one point in that Cowboys game was in the pocket, getting swarmed, and still made a good pass to Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, which I think is a lot of the times is why you see all of a sudden Kyler Murray have a 275-yard pass game and 3 touchdowns, he rushes for 1. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? Then the next week he throws for $162.
If that.
If that.
And 2 interceptions, a fumble.
Yep. And these guys, because what they do is I think if you can find a way to collapse the pocket without giving up the edges, then that's the key. Kind of similar to Lamar, but Lamar can fling it. So can Kyler. It's just about.
But Lamar's also
it.
taller. He can see.
Yeah.
That's been my issue with Murray since the day they got him. Is that Murray isn't a big quarterback.
Yeah. Now, also, what would I think if you take Kyler Murray, put him on the Vikings, right? And I mean that not as a team, but because of O'Connell there. He's a quarterback whisperer, dude. Look what every quarterback he's gotten there. Like, yeah, he had Kirk Cousins. It was like people thought he was okay, he was good, he was enough, he could win. But like, dude, what's his name? Neil O'Donnell, the coach there, head coach?
Yeah.
O'Connell, I always forget.
Kevin O'Connell?
Kevin O'Connell, yes. Dude, that guy I think would scheme up an offense built around Kyler Murray. Like, I just think he's just that good of a coach.
Yeah.
And so, I think that. So here's the thing with me. I'm a little biased because Doug Flutie was like my first, dude. That was like the first player when I was a kid that I would go out in the yard and pretend to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, little 5'7" guy. He'd always do the naked bootleg, And I used to think that was so cool, so I'd always just hike it and run around the end. And I thought it was so cool that you had a quarterback who could run. You didn't see that a lot. So I'll have a soft spot in my heart for Kyler Murray forever.
Yeah. Like I said,
So can you get a quarterback in there who's going to win? Who's going to go 2-2 every year?
Yeah.
Because you're only going to get 12 to 14 games out of Kyler. So dude, it sucks. I think if I'm the Jets, here's what I do. Maybe I make a swing for Kyler. Proven guy, statistically he can play.
He's made a championship. Or not championship, I'm sorry, playoff.
I actually think that is a move I could see the Jets head coach doing. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, I don't know. Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn. Great cornerback in his day. I could see Glenn doing that. I could actually see that. Be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, so the rumor, what we're saying is that this front office is obviously a different front office than the ones that drafted Murray, right?
For sure.
Everyone's saying that, this isn't the front office that drafted Murray, that, they're losing confidence in him. Jacoby Brissett is obviously the number one quarterback right now for them. And rightfully so. He's won them games, first of all. He's throwing damn good. What do you have? I think 230 last game, I think. Maybe a little bit less.
He's got the right receivers too. For the way that he needs to play.
The receivers are there for sure.
Which is confusing about Kyler Murray a little bit, because you got the size in those guys. I mean, your smallest guy is what? Michael Wilson, who's like, for a slot, you got Greg Dortch, right?
Yeah.
Dortch is pretty small, but
look, Brissett threw for 261, 21 for 31. No interceptions, 2 touchdowns thrown.
Jesus.
He had Higgins.
And massive underdogs, by the way.
Massively. He had Higgins for 30. Marvin Harrison Jr. with a career high in receptions. He had 7. He's never had more than 5 receptions in a game. He had 7 against Dallas. 10 targets. Okay. Michael Wilson with 61. Trey McBride with 55.
What did Michael Wilson get for targets?
4 targets, 3 receptions.
So I was confused as to why because I always look at the Cardinals early on because they always do well early. So if I'm placing any bets, I like to put a little money on Kyler because it takes a few weeks. But Michael Wilson should be getting more targets.
Yeah.
And it's nice to hear that he did.
And I mean, look at the.
So you're an Arizona Cardinals fan. Let me ask you this. Well, you come from Arizona. You're kind of an adopted Bills fan, but you got a special place in your heart for the Cards. What do you think? What's your take on the situation? I mean, you paid Kyler Murray.
Well, they paid him. That's it. I mean, a lot of people back home would say they're over Murray. Because Murray, I mean, dude, Murray's not winning. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. With Murray under center, we lost 3 games. But if you look at all the games that the Arizona have lost, right? Look at all of them. They are less than 4 points that they've lost.
Yeah. And we've got a big enough.
They lost to Seattle within the last 10 seconds.
Correct.
They lost to Green Bay just barely again.
Correct.
They lost to the goddamn Tennessee Titans because the running back DeMarco, or I think it was DeMarco, he celebrated too early and dropped the ball and was a touchback.
Wow.
Okay. They beat Carolina, I think, just barely. They lost to the Niners again, just barely. So all these games they're losing barely. Literally by a couple points. What could be the fucking issue? Well, obviously Murray's not doing it. Because look at Jacoby Brissett threw up 28 points with the Cardinals this week.
Sure. We do have to kind of take
27.
into consideration, though, that the Dallas's defense has been at their Achilles heel.
He threw up 23 points against Green Bay's defense.
But still, if you're somebody who's casually tuning into that game, I did watch the second half. When I tuned in and they had a 10-point lead early, I was kind of late in the first half, I think it was.
Jacoby Brissett threw 320 yards against the Colts in a loss.
Dude, in 2021, the first time Mac Jones ever played the Bills in Buffalo, he beat us, and they held the division for 6-7 weeks there, and the Bills and New England meet up late in the season, and the Bills win, and they needed 1 game help from somebody. They got the help, and the Bills won the division, right? Doesn't it just kind of feel like we're recycling?
Yeah.
Is this are we on autopilot, I don't know. I know that's ridiculous. But I think this year, more than anything, Okay, I got a question for you about this. What do you think of the new replay assist?
As in,
How they're like, so, all right, they started this last year, and this was my complaint with the Bills, and when it came to like the marking of the ball. So they're very, very accurate now, and there was rumors that they were going to be putting basically magnets in the football that would tell them where on the field the ball was.
oh, I mean, I don't know.
It just seems like they've been quicker now with the reviews.
Because it's all digitized now, right?
Yeah.
Like, they used it against.
It's every game now.
It's every game, but they showed one. And it
It's
was
kind of
like
like baseball. They want to keep the game moving.
it was like super, super close. It was like this much off, right?
Yeah.
To a naked eye, it's a first down, but the system is saying that it's not. Which, okay, sometimes it might be or not be in the favor.
But I do think it is overall more accurate.
Yeah. Well, you know why they did it, right? Because last year against the Chiefs and the Bills.
So it wasn't so much that it was already coming. Last year was a very loose rule when it came to the replay assist.
Yeah.
So it was a very loose rule. So the thing that kills me is like they used it all regular season and preseason, and then they abandoned it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that makes no sense. That's when you would want extra assistance.
The most.
The most would be the playoffs. I would have rather had that backwards personally, but you know, and now I'm assuming replay assist is going to be there for the playoffs. So I don't know. It just, I hate to sound like a crying Bills fan. You know, the Bills could have played better in that game. That's a fact, but it's interesting now that they've implemented this when they had the ability to do it the whole time.
Yeah.
So, all right, when it comes to Kyler Murray at the end of the year, say
I think he's gone.
you think he's gone. Do you, as a fan, what do you want to have happen?
To him? Trade.
Just in general to the team. Like, you move on from him, then where do you go?
Jacoby Brissett. That's going to
Stick
be
with him for a year?
a year, maybe 2 years.
Say Jacoby's only, I mean, Jacoby is going to be a 8-9 game winner at best, really.
That's fine. I mean, Kyler Murray's best
You
year,
never
I
know.
think, had 8, 9.
Think about Geno Smith. Geno Smith came around and had
Geno
10,
Smith.
11 wins,
Geno
you know?
Smith could go to hell.
Yeah.
He has no. If the Cardinals got Geno Smith, it'd be going from shit sandwich to shit sandwich.
Right.
Just stick with. You know
No,
what?
but I'm saying what I mean about Geno though is he had a late career.
Oh
resurgence,
yeah.
you know.
Well, so did Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
So
yeah,
did
yeah.
Daniel Jones. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Playing great. No
So
doubt
did
about that.
Mac Jones, I guess now with whoever the
Can you imagine
Niners,
that?
right? Niners.
What do you do with that? You have your guy who got you to the Super Bowl as a 7th rounder, Mr. Irrelevant, last guy in the draft. Now you got a guy who was a first rounder, expected to be a first rounder, and he's playing the way a first rounder should be playing.
It's dude.
What do you
You know
do?
what? It's the system.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy is a system quarterback.
Yeah.
You put Josh Allen in the
Oh my
Niners,
gosh.
great team. You put Patrick Mahomes in the Niners, great team.
Yeah.
You put Kyler Murray in the Niners, maybe a great team. You know, I just don't like his height. That's my issue with Murray. I don't like his height. You put Dak Prescott in the Niners, I think wins.
Yeah.
I think they win.
Yeah.
You know, they're saying that about Joe Burrow now.
Yeah.
They're saying, is Joe Burrow a system quarterback? Because Joe Flacco had,
Yeah.
380 yards this last week against the Bears? They lost, yeah. You know, but Joe Flacco is doing great. But he apparently did horrible with the Browns.
Joe Flacco's arguably, well, no, I wouldn't even argue it. He's more mobile than Joe Burrow.
Right now, yeah.
Think about that. He beat, what's his name? Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, who were pretty good.
Yeah, the Steelers are good.
Yeah.
But how long are they going to be good for?
Yeah, 1 year.
Or no, like, I'm saying this season.
How are they going to be able to carry that?
Yeah,
to
they-
the playoffs?
Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game in a couple years, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been every single year, and he hasn't won in like years.
Yeah, he wants his 500 season, and I don't think he wants more than that.
So
honestly.
what happens if we get to the point with him where it's the same situation, right? Like, he goes to the playoffs, which we know they're going to do. And he's bounced with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback round 1. And Rodgers now goes off to retire, you know?
Yeah, who do they get?
Is this the camel that, or the camel? Is this the straw that breaks the camel's back for Mike Tomlin? Or you think so? I don't know, man. I think he's gone through quite a bit. I mean, especially after the Ben debacle.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
I'm trying to think who they can grab. I mean, there's quarterbacks out there who are sitting right now who could definitely be a starter. I liked, what was his name? The guy who's an astronaut. Man, what is his name?
Oh, Joe.
No.
Joe Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs. Yeah.
I liked him in the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He was not bad.
Yeah.
He was playing good. Yeah, he had a couple bad games, but like.
Do you remember that first game back that he had when he had like 5 touchdowns, like 3 rushing, and they were huge runs, not just like little. It was like, what are we witnessing right now? And then he actually, he had like a stretch there, and guys like him, man, who I think for him it's like it's weird because it's like a quick dream for them, you know.
Dude, I think he went to the. So after that, the Niners acquired him via trade. Then, I'm sorry, not the Niners, the Vikings. And now he is on the New England Patriots.
He is. I still kind of wish that somebody else would have picked up Milton.
But I think he is a legit. I think he's a good quarterback. Now, yes,
Depends on the system.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Tomlin will need a quarterback after this year. Who's their backup? Kenny Pickett right now?
No, Pickett's long gone. He's been moved around, I think, twice now, bro.
I don't even know where he's at right now. I don't even know who the backup is.
He's out. He's done out.
God damn it.
Let me just look up for me.
The Jets are going to need a quarterback if they don't get Murray, and if they are really truly done with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I don't see Miami's going to need a quarterback.
Yeah, probably.
Because I do not see them riding with Tua.
The whole thing about Miami though is their fan base isn't that big. I feel like I feel like most people don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of get that feeling like most people in Miami, like they're the type, like it's the type of place where it's like, well, yeah, the Dolphins aren't that good. Let's go to the beach.
Yeah.
You know, let's go to the beach. It's not going to be like a Baltimore, Buffalo, you know, East Coast type of thing where we're like, are you kidding me? My whole year is ruined now because my football team.
Honestly, that's kind of how the Cardinals are. If you think about it, Cardinals aren't doing good this year. Let's just go watch the Phoenix Suns. We'll just go watch the Diamondbacks. Like, it's all right there within 20 minutes of each other.
Yeah, not here. I've definitely seen that. I mean, you see it from most places that are nice, especially LA. Dude, that's why, like, a lot of times when you go out to LA, if you watch any of their games, if they're playing a team that is from the AFC, there's gonna be more fans there for that team than there is gonna be for the actual Chargers or Rams for that matter. I mean, the Bills end up getting like 75% of that stadium Bills fans when we go out there. And yeah, even the Chargers end up being like, dude, we played the Chargers kind of recently and it was like almost embarrassing. And where you have like the quarterback having to do his post game and he goes, yeah, it definitely was like a second home game for them. I forget which quarterback actually said that, but one of them, I think it was either Herbert. It was Herbert or Stafford, one of the two. We're like, yeah, we just was surprising how many fans were there for them. Like, damn.
They always say that about the Niners and the Rams.
You'll never hear, here's another thing you'll never hear from the East Coast team. You'll never hear, or you might, but it's more rare. You'll never hear of a fan going, well, I grew up in, Boston, but then I moved to San Diego, and now I'm a Chargers fan, right? Or I moved to, somewhere in California, the West Coast, and now I'm a fan of this team. You'd never hear that anymore.
No.
Like, you'll definitely hear, yeah, I was a West Coast team, a Vegas fan, or San Diego or the Raiders. Like, there were all sorts of, like, those fans where then when they came out here, they're like, oh, well, they're the local team. I adopted them. You hear that
You're literally
common.
describing me because, yes, I am from Arizona, but I enjoy going to football games.
Yeah, 100%.
Whether I lived in, I was just talking to someone, whether I lived in Philly, whether I lived in Boston, right?
Yep.
Whether I lived in Ohio.
Yep.
I'm not saying I would adopt the Browns, but I would definitely go to their games.
Yeah.
I would root for them because I just enjoy going to football games. I enjoy going to games. That's why now if I moved from Arizona to San Diego, I'm still gonna be a Cardinals fan. I'm not gonna adopt another team because we're all in the same area.
Yeah. Oh no, that'd be crazy.
But here, how often do the Cardinals come to the East
Cardinals
Coast?
get a good amount of people here.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount of Cardinals fans in the area.
When I went to the Cardinals and Eagles last year or 2 years ago,
30% in the house at least.
and no, dude, maybe 10%.
Oh really?
Maybe
It
was
true.
Heavy Eagles.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I went to the Cardinals and Bills here in Buffalo last year, start of the season, and 20% Cardinals, maybe, but it's it's not that many.
Yeah.
But if you get I think if you had Bills versus Seattle or Bills versus LA, you might get more than Cardinals fans out here.
Okay, gotcha.
You might get more Rams or Chargers.
That is true. That is true.
Than Cardinals fans.
You get a lot of Ohio fans here too.
Yeah.
Like when we play the Bengals, for some reason they travel here quite a bit.
It's not that far.
Not that far. Yeah.
Right.
But usually you would think.
You know what? If you had if Cowboys and Bills played, I guarantee you it would be not 50-50.
That's true. Yeah.
But
it would be
probably
a heavy Cowboy presence.
It'd be a lot. You'd see a lot more than you would see a Cardinals fan base.
That's true.
In my opinion.
That is true. I think a lot of it too up here right now, obviously having a once in a generation talent in Josh Allen. I think that I think it's hard for fans to actually part with their tickets. Like fact, I know when I was a season ticket holder, this was pre Josh Allen. Even then, I didn't want to part with it because it was it's an NFL game. But
yeah,
I could imagine, and you don't see it as often too. You don't see you don't see people trying to sell their tickets online as much. Like usually you find it on Facebook, at least a bunch of posts where it's like, hey, I have tickets to this Sunday's game. You don't see that much anymore.
No. I'm excited because, it's the last year, this Highmark, and I'll be going to, I went to the Baltimore Ravens game. I'll be going to the Buccaneers game.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to the Buccaneers game. I like Baker Mayfield as a quarterback.
Yeah, me too.
He's just so entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys you can never rule out. Obviously, you've seen that. Yeah. And it's just going to be a good game. He doesn't have all his superstars, right? So he's going to have to make do with what he has out there.
100%. Dude, I can remember when that draft went on, there was a story that had come out. I followed it very closely because the Bills were in the market. We had 2 first-round picks. We needed a quarterback. There were 5. And my top 2, I have my top 3, but number 1 was Josh Allen always. And then Baker was a close second. And then I was like, if somehow Sam Darnold shockingly fell, I would love to have him too. But Baker, there was a rumor that they were going to take Allen, Cleveland. And then 2 days later, it came out and changed. Not even 2 days, that they were like, oh no, it's Baker. So what was interesting was I remember for a brief moment kind of being like, I actually remember going and I started watching more Baker Mayfield videos. I was like, he actually would fit Buffalo great.
He's a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He's a straight. But again, Baker is another quarterback that he didn't succeed at the Browns, which, well, you know what? No, I take that back. He did succeed at the Browns. The Browns just said, fuck you. We're going to let you go. Because he took them to the playoff for the first year. They haven't been back to the playoffs since Baker, but before that, how long had it been since they went to the playoffs?
A long time.
Right?
Wasn't good.
Then they let him go. Then he went to He did stunts at Carolina. Carolina had him doing defensive snaps for whatever fucking reason. Then they traded him deadline day or 2 day, whatever. Someone got hurt in LA. Not Sam Darnold. What's the fuck is his name? Matt Stafford got hurt. Baker went in there the day before the game and led them to a fucking game-winning drive.
I know, yeah. Never having played with any of those guys.
Never played, probably barely even looked at their playbook.
You know he was pissed.
You know, so he had something to prove. That win, I think, revived his career.
Oh, yeah.
Because then the Buccaneers that year win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Brady retires. And they say, we need a quarterback. Baker Mayfield might be that guy.
Yeah.
They gave him a year trial, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
They gave him a year, and they're like, dude, you are our quarterback. You are Tampa. Guess what? Bam, franchise tag.
Yeah.
Gave him his contract. Gave him his money.
Thank God. The league would not be the same without him.
No.
Because he's the type of guy, too, where it's like, obviously, like, we talk a lot about betting, too, sports betting. I love taking numbers on Baker.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He is so fun because he can literally, dude, he'll go, like, he'll be like, oh, my God, Baker's not going to throw for a touchdown today. All of a sudden, he has a quarter, he throws 300 yards. And
Yeah, he does that. He'll have one quarter, he'll have 20 throwing yards.
Yeah, you're like, dude, he's definitely hitting 400.
I'm like,
Watson became available. My opinion is that it was straight up OBJ. OBJ, his dad coming out, running his mouth. Yo, where's OBJ now? On a freaking carpet in Paris? Like, wearing skirts?
he wants to be back in the league, but no one wants him.
Nobody cares about it.
No.
Nobody cares about him.
It's just like not Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins. He's on the Ravens, but he's not doing anything. You know, like, OBJ he was a great receiver. Amazing.
Yeah.
After he won the Super Bowl with Rams, I mean, has he done anything since? Not really.
Not really. Not even close.
He had that stunt at Miami. Miami didn't re-sign him, and, well, that was that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And he went out this year and said, I'm not retiring. Whoever's saying I'm retiring, they're not talking to me. They don't know what they're talking about, first of all.
Right.
And I'm trying to get back on a team. It's the same shit like that Colin Kaepernick's doing. Colin Kaepernick, every year, it's like a
media, trying to get the media attention.
Yeah, it's every year, come at the end of the year, you see posts from Colin Kaepernick. I'm still here training. I still want my shot at the NFL. Like, dude, there's kids coming out of college who are better than you. You haven't touched an NFL field since 2014, 15?
Yeah.
It's time to hang it up, brother.
Dude, you remember this offseason, there was a video of Tyreek Hill getting cooked by somebody that was like, I think it was like a 14-year-old kid.
Oh, yeah.
And I could be wrong about that. I don't want to be. But I know he got torched by somebody young. And I remember thinking, like, yep, and this is how it happens for guys. Yeah, it was quick and painful. And, dude, I didn't see the injury. And then my brother sent me a video of it.
Of Tyreek?
Like, oh, my God.
Oh, dude, it was bad. Did you see Jaden Daniels' injury this weekend?
Dude.
First of all, why is Daniel Jones. Fuck Jaden Daniels. Why is he still in the game?
Yeah.
Why is he playing in the third or fourth quarter?
I don't even get that either.
Third quarter, I get it. Halfway through the third, pull him. It's it. That's done.
Yeah. The excuses I've heard around that are absolutely wild.
And apparently, what the hell is his coach's name?
That is Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. It never crossed his mind to take out Daniel Jones. Damn it, not Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would it not?
Especially when he's been injured all year, or like for most of the year, you know?
He came back from a knee injury, like probably a little too soon. Well, his knee's fine, great.
And the fear should be, and the thought should be that
that is your gem.
Yeah.
That is your protect him.
Could you imagine if it was his throwing arm?
Oh yeah, dude, it's over. Thank God. Well, who knows if it's over, right? But thank God it wasn't his throwing arm, and it was just his left arm. But
I'm pretty sure that's going to require a screw to hold it in place.
He's done for the year.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But if it was his throwing arm, there is a major chance that those tendons and all the parts that you actually need to
Yeah.
throw the ball don't heal correctly.
That's like Joe Burrow. Like how like
Remember
let's
that?
backtrack a little bit. That's like Andrew Luck retiring from the league because he got hit so many times that he literally was like, I can't keep doing this.
Bro, do you want to know something crazy? Well, I was watching the Washington game. I, for some reason, had flashbacks to Alex Smith breaking his leg that, like, when the game kind of started, and I kind of got like the quivers and the chills. I fell asleep. It was on, but I fell asleep. I was just watching it while I was laying down, and dude, all of a sudden my phone's blown up. It wakes me up, and I find out that he had a horrific arm injury, and I'm like, why? Like, I've watched so many Washington games, and I've never had that like feeling like that gruesomeness. Because to me, it makes me quiver when bones break like that.
Oh yeah.
I can't look at stuff like people show me it, and I'm like, why'd you show me that? And dude, and then I found out like, and I'm reading an article like that was posted immediately. So like, I was like, what happened to him, right? And they're like, hyperextended, broke his arm. I was like, what?
Actually, it was a dislocated elbow.
Dislocated.
So
elbow,
it
yeah.
wasn't as bad as a broken arm.
So there was no break, you think?
From what I've read so far, no.
It just looked bad.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But they were able to put it in a brace right away, so that's why I'm saying they said it wasn't a break.
you know how lucky he is for that?
Yeah. But again, like, you know, so like, how long does Joe Burrow have, or does Cleveland move on from Joe Burrow and let him
True.
go somewhere else, right?
Right.
They might get good draft capital for it. They might get money, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. But Joe Burrow needs an offensive line. Look at Daniel Jones. He got an offensive line, and all of a sudden he's a freaking A+ quarterback.
Facts.
Daniel Jones in the Giants was running for his life, had 3 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So what are we like? What? First of all, Cincinnati, the owners don't want to spend money.
No, they never have.
They're letting, or not letting, but they still have not traded. What's their star defensive player name? Who's been sitting out all year?
The end or the linebacker?
I think it's the edge.
The edge. Yeah, he was. Was it
It's Trey something, right?
Trey
Henderson?
Is it
Hendrickson?
Hendrickson? Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah, like
Is it Hendrickson?
they don't want to pay him, right? So he's been sitting out this whole year. He's gonna go as a free agent next year,
Sure, he should.
right?
He should get out of there. But just dumb.
No, his contract's up, like
Yeah.
zero.
Didn't
They're
but
only
I think they franchise tagged him this year.
no, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
Okay, so he's just running out. And they're not going to pay him.
They don't want. It doesn't seem like they want. They would have by
Dude,
now.
they need O-line and D-line.
I think what they could have done, what they should have done is, yes, they need D-line, sure. They needed him. They needed offensive line. They could have used his money to get a couple guys here and there, but no.
You know, it's crazy to me because it's like they definitely need an O-line. You got to protect your franchise, which is Joe Burrow. But you know what's going to happen in that process of trying to find those guys? You're going to waste a ton of years. And then not only that, but
Their window for a
you
bowl
also
is
need
closing.
a defense, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I'm Joe Burrow, bro, I am out. I am 100% out.
Oh, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, but guess what? Jamar Chase just got franchise tagged.
Yeah, they're all signed, man. I think they're good. I think they got the. No, if I'm Joe Burrow, man, there's no way I'm waiting around long enough for them to fix the defense and O-line.
Okay, well, look at this. I mean, look at the numbers. Joe Burrow this year was doing okay with that O-line. Joe Flacco is still doing great with that O-line. What the hell is the difference? What changed? Coaching? The guys got better? Like
Joe Flacco also has a pretty deep drop back. So he has naturally the ability to kind of hit that 5-step drop naturally, like,
Yeah.
which to me I think is good and bad, obviously. But if a defense, if you have two good edges and those edges come off hard, like that's where you're gonna see guys like Flacco get in trouble. So he's also played. I mean, look at the teams he's played; they don't really have good edges. So, you know, Joe Burrow is more of like a shotgun, step back, stand. Anticipate, you know, he's really that anticipation of guys coming open is where Joe Burrow makes his money, plus the pre-snap read. So, I don't know. I don't see Joe Flacco as much of a guy that can diagnose plays before they happen.
Yeah.
He just is a good arm and sees guys coming open. He's tall. He's got the mechanics of a quarterback. And then if you combine Joe Burrow's like smart and I guess Flacco's longevity, arm strength, like
Longevity.
he's got a lot of stuff, man. I mean, he really does.
Yeah. I mean, you just gotta see what it's the Bengals. Like at this point, like they should be a dominant team.
Yeah.
They should be challenging the Ravens for that title, that division title, right?
Yeah.
Look, they came to Buffalo and beat Buffalo in the snow a couple years ago, and then they lost in the Super Bowl to the Rams.
Yeah.
After that, they haven't done much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot of injuries and just, dude, and then what's scary is that like last year Burrow had the comeback player of the year award, right?
Yeah.
They averaged like 34 points a game or something crazy like that. Like they were the number one offense.
They averaged
Missed the
like
playoffs.
42.
Yeah.
Right, but they also allow 67. Like
I know.
their defense has zero help.
Yeah. Fun for betting because they're going to put up. Jamar scoring. T's probably going to score.
Those are the worst games for me to bet on, cause like this last Monday, Commanders versus Seahawks.
Yeah.
Guess who is scoring?
Yeah. Jackson
Smith
and Jigba.
Exactly. Yeah. Guess who didn't fucking score? Him. Why?
Yeah.
Because Vegas saw that everyone had his
they were all
fucking
betting.
touchdown.
Yeah. Thank you.
And they call in and they're
That's
like,
why I love you, man.
And they're like, hey, you can throw a touchdown to every other wide receiver on your team but him.
Yep.
And your two running backs, let's not let them get in either.
Yep.
Let's let these people not realize that you guys are going to throw touchdowns to people who are plus 2,000 to score.
Yep.
Like they're fucking.
I go back to the Dallas game because I picked CD. He's only scored once, so I picked him to score. I picked Ferguson because Ferguson I don't think is going to care about lines. But like also at the same time, who scored the last touchdown? An unknown?
Yeah.
Like nobody, a Fortney or something?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, and I'm sitting here like, dude, of all the touchdowns they scored.
And you know what?
And I had Trey McBride and Ferguson, and I needed, I think, CD Lamb to score.
And nobody's picking the Cardinals, right, players. Or if they did pick them, okay, great, kudos to you.
Yep.
I'm not going in there thinking the Cardinals are beating Dallas at home, prime time.
So here we go. So you and I go down rabbit holes, man, every single time with football, every year, because we see the same bullshit. And listen, we talked about earlier in the haircut about the Falcons-Bills, okay? We talked about that. Also, if you go back to that game, dude, everybody was betting. There was like 90% on the Bills to win. So think about that. Think about that. All those people that were betting for the Bills to win who lost money, dude. Because you're saying, I'm putting up money saying the Bills are going to win. There's 10%. I remember watching one dude hit for like $100K on that game. I seen like a clip of it. And went, I think, semi-viral or whatever. And, dude, I was like, yeah, dude, I thought about that before the game. Because I was watching how many people were betting. And like putting up like, Josh to score, this one to score, that one to score. And then everybody's just like, and I was just thinking about that. I'm like, yep, this is trap all day.
Yeah. Again, I'm not saying I'm not taking anything away from the Cardinals for beating the Cowboys, right? Cowboys are good. Their defense is kind of dog shit. But no one is taking the Cardinals to beat the Cowboys.
No.
At AT&T.
Not at AT&T.
Not on a fucking Monday night game.
Nope. You're thinking about how many touchdowns are the Cowboys going to score on offense.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Javonte Williams is going to score a touchdown. He's been great all year. Okay, perfect. CeeDee Lamb is going to beat the Cardinals secondary and get in. Perfect. There it is. That's one of my slips I had, like that with a couple yards. But I had another one where I had Trey McBride and then I had CeeDee Lamb on it.
Yeah.
And nowhere did I think that Marvin Harrison was going to score a touchdown.
No. I had Trey McBride.
Trey McBride, I knew he was.
It's never going to be both of them.
No, it never has.
And you're rushing. You guys have no rushing touchdowns.
They had none. They don't. No, yeah, they did.
Like you guys have 4 all year.
Jacoby Brissett scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
He scored a sloppy Arizona Cardinals tush push.
Yeah.
You know, like
wow.
It's no one's having the Cardinals to score that many touchdowns. No one's having Jacoby Brissett to score a fucking touchdown.
And beat the Cowboys.
You know.
And beat the Cowboys.
And beat the Cowboys. Like no one.
Yeah, I just hate. I think at the end of the day, obviously I think that these bets definitely impact the outcome of games. There's no doubt in my mind.
I hate to say it. It is. I think so. And I think we got a couple more years of the sports betting being like this, and then I think they're gonna take away. Because look at the NBA. NBA just got freaking
busted.
Hijacked.
Oh yeah, if you think it's not going on with football, you're out of your mind.
Yeah,
100%.
You know,
dude. Well, think about this too. I've been noticing this on the bets. Because you and I bet basketball as well. Have you noticed the profit boosts aren't coming through anymore?
No.
They're only doing live profit boosts. I'm like, oh, that's interesting because I bet money line on games. If I bet on anything, that's the first thing I do is I go through and I pick who I think, because I think it's the easiest way to win money. You disagree with that take, but for me, I can look at a game and I like to look at stats and I'm like, okay, I think this team's going to win, right?
Okay, did you have this week the Carolina Panthers beating the fucking Packers?
Well,
no.
I'm talking basketball. Talking basketball for a second. No, for sure. Football is way unpredictable. But basketball is a little bit more predictable because they play more.
You can see the injuries. You can see injuries, who's in form.
Yep.
But look at Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He had in the first quarter 25.
Yeah.
First half 25.
Yeah.
Second half, he didn't have a single fucking point.
Exactly.
Right? His over-under was, I'm pretty sure, 25 and a half.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
And ironically, yeah, exactly. They go under every time.
The next fucking week, James Harden over-under was 20 and a half. He got 20, didn't score, again, the rest of the fucking game. How fucking ironic. No fucking way.
Then when you actually think about the line after the fact, when you think of these lines after the game, you're like, oh my God, like it was like minus 390 and that was the perfect point where you knew everybody's going to bet.
Yeah.
And then, oh, what do you know? Everybody that took that bet. You know what I hate though too? Is when you make a bet and then all of a sudden you log back in and, you know, because it boots you out every now and then and you'll see like 7,800 other people are betting that these 4 people are going to score and you look and you got 3 of them. You're like, yep.
The bet's
just threw my money away. Like, never hits, ever.
Oh.
Bro, there was, okay, I will give you one example. I won, literally, bro, $1,450. I showed you that. We'll talk, I got to bring that back up. Because to me, this is what I noticed, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I didn't smoke weed before that game. I didn't do nothing psychedelic. I noticed this 100%, okay? The Bills-Ravens game, week 1, I picked... Here's how I won that money. I was a $10 bet. It was a $25 free bet. I won $1,454. And the 2 biggest lines in there was I had Derrick Henry to score 2 touchdowns, Josh Allen to score 2 touchdowns. Of course, dude, you know how many people probably had that same line on that game?
Yeah.
Because they know Derrick Henry runs over Buffalo. Like, it's just a fact. But Josh is like, he scores a lot of rushing touchdowns too. So I took that, right? On the last touchdown that the Bills got to win, I think it was the last touchdown.
Yeah.
The Bills needed the touchdown. We couldn't get in. We tried to run it with Cook. He got stuffed at like the goal line, like all sorts of crazy stuff. All of a sudden, I remember Josh looks back to the bench where the coaches are, and he shrugs his shoulders, bro, and they do the tush push and he gets in. And I was like, I'm telling you, they were like trying to keep him out of the end zone. They're like, we don't care that you score, it just can't be Josh.
Yeah.
Dude, and I swear to God, because I bet you a ton of people won on that game.
Oh yeah. Dude, on this Chiefs versus Bills, I'll bet you I had him, James Cook to score a touchdown. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He had
me
it's right here. Oh no, it's not. Fuck me.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
He had 141 rushing, or there's 141. He maybe had 125 of that, right? Yeah. Look right here. James Cook, 114 rushes, 27 carries.
I know. And
he's no touchdowns.
He's been a touchdown machine.
Ty Johnson, 2 carries, 8 rush
he gets
yards,
the touchdown.
1 touchdown.
I know.
How in the fuck?
Who's picking Ty Johnson to have his first touchdown of the year against Kansas City, you know?
No, exactly. That's like picking Tyler Algier 2 weeks ago to have 3 touchdowns against the Dolphins and Bijan Robinson to have none.
Right.
Who, like,
Nobody's
Vegas,
taking
hello?
Yeah. Wake up. Come on. I agree.
You know, it's just some bullshit.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Dude, I know. I wasn't even close on my parlay either. Not even close.
No, I got close. Dude, lately I've been not doing these crazy ones. I've been doing like plus 1000s because, like, no one's doing anything that they say they're
But
going to do.
I'm losing on those too, though.
Oh, I'm losing, dude. I'm losing on plus 100. I'm losing on negative 2000 because it's just stupid.
All of all time.
It's just
Bro,
stupid.
I am plus 1100 up until 2 weeks ago. I probably spent another, so probably like plus 1,000. But it was all that bet week 1 because I was like minus like 100 or 200 all time.
I was negative 400
all time.
When Green Bay and Dallas went to overtime. I won a lot of money that game.
Yes, sir.
I won, I think, like 1,600 in total.
Let's go.
But since that week, I have not been able to get a win.
Me neither, dude.
You know, me and my buddy did the ladder bet for basketball.
Yeah.
And we got to 360, and we did it again to get to 600 or something.
Yep.
And we missed out by 1 fucking assist because the guy got ejected.
Yep.
And we're like, well, fuck us. And we haven't been able to win since. Like, we literally have been, I'm not even lying to you, we have counted it. We have 10 parlays that missed by 1 leg, and it's either by 1 assist, by 7 yards, by 3 yards. Like, I miss Marvin Harrison Jr. would have cashed my halftime live bet for, like, I don't know, 180. Like, you know, not that much, but it would have cashed. But he was 3 yards short of getting 100 yards or 4 yards.
Oh my God. Isn't that always the way that it goes?
And I'm like,
though?
dude, fuck yeah. It's like, they're like, oh, everyone put in for this. Let's not, like, it's just ridiculous.
Unbelievable. Dude. Yeah, dude.
I honestly, football, I love halftime
I've been on
bets.
a bad streak too.
Yeah, football, I love halftime bets because you're like, okay, you know, Kincaid is getting apparently all the fucking receptions. Let's just put him on for 50 more yards at halftime.
Yeah.
And it gets. Yeah. Dude had 101 receiving yards.
Yeah.
The most in his probably career.
Yeah. I promise you this, bro. I'm going to tell you what right now. Take this advice right now because I'm going to take it myself.
Stop betting? Yeah.
No. Yeah, that too. But Gabe Davis's first game back, touchdown all day. All day. I'm telling you, I promise you.
Who's he coming back against?
Should be next week, but I'm not 100% sure. But Gabe Davis and Josh Allen, it's a guaranteed, bro, because nobody's going to have film on us in over a year. And it's there's all new players around them, so people aren't going to know. And I promise you, they'll hook up for a touchdown. He'll go like 3 catches for like 18 yards or something, or it'll either be like 3 catches, 18 yards and a touchdown, or it'll be 3 catches, 90 yards and like 2 touchdowns. It's going to be something stupid. But I promise you, him and Josh, they've been away for so long, he's going to find him for sure. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Freaking NFL. Yeah, just don't forget that bet, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna tell it.
Because they, 4 years together? They have over 30 touchdowns together? Yeah. You know, and the Bills are very much like, man, it's just like this would have been a perfect game to bet. To take Josh for 2 touchdowns would have been crazy.
2 touchdowns and Kincaid for 1?
Yep. Which now looking back, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of how the Bills
are.
How
much longer do you think the Bills are going to give Coleman?
Coleman, dude, I don't want to talk bad about him. He's my guy.
I like him. He's just not productive.
Listen, it's not even about him being productive. He's just, dude, bro, I don't know what the overall, like, he's starting to block better, which is, all right, our coaches look at it like this. Listen, if you're not catching the ball because you're not getting open, we're not gonna bench you. But if you're not catching the ball because you're not getting open and you're not blocking, dude.
Look it right here. He's not even in the receiving leaders board for the last game. Elijah Moore, 1 reception, had more yards than him.
Yeah. But you got to remember, people think he was drafted to be a number 1 receiver. He was drafted to be our big guy. He was drafted to be our downfield blocker. And he came with a ability to do the back shoulder catch. Right? Like, he can do those fade routes really well. He can do the back shoulder catch. But, like, for some reason, if you watch the way he runs routes, He'll be like running downfield, and the first thing he looks back is to see where the defender is, not where the ball is. I'm like,
Yeah.
Coleman, if you're running, if you hear this, Keon Coleman, bro, if I am running and there's a field of green grass, run to the green grass, bro. Just run to the open field. That's all I gotta tell you, dude. Stop looking and worrying about where the defender is.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Just stop worrying where the defender is. He likes to keep a defender in his pocket. I don't get it. I'm like, that's not your job, bro. Keon, listen, Keon,
I think
he's got to get his shit together. He's going to be out of here.
he has this season to prove himself,
Yeah,
and
maybe
then
one more because he's a rookie.
maybe
or his second
maybe
year.
one more year, but
Yeah, we'll trade him before his 4th year if
I-
he doesn't. He'll be
I don't
Zay
think-
Jones.
if he doesn't do good this year, right, finish the year good, and if he doesn't do good up until the deadline of next year, I think he's gone.
I'll be honest with you, dude. There's a bigger concern than Coleman to me. I think Coleman, he's starting to show some presence the last couple of weeks, which I like. That's a good start. You know, if you can make people aware that you're on the field, bro, hell yeah, dude. That's fine. I'll take that all day. That's what I loved about Gabe Davis is I'm like, bro, you have to account for him at the end of the day. And people dogged him, which made me really annoyed because whatever. He was also playing for a contract, and I think that backfired on him. Secondly, you know, it just seems like this year, this is really concerning about the Bills. And I'll actually show you a video on my phone when we're done because I was looking at the Bears post-game when they were in the locker room. And the Bears won the game and that huge shootout. And they're all like, dude, they got this chant. And they're like, yeah, Bears, blah, 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 blah. It's a really cool chant. I'm not dogging it at all. But then I see the Bills. And the Bills are in the locker room. The coach gets them all fired up. And then Josh comes in. He goes, y'all know what it is, y'all. All right. And he's the only one standing in the middle. Everyone's like 10 yards away. He's like, all right. Win on 3, right? It's like, you already won, dumbass. Why don't you say Bills on 3? Why don't you say go Buffalo? Anything else besides win on 3? You already won the game, number 1. Number 2, like, bro, in years past, everybody would be huddled up like a family, and that scares me. So it makes me wonder if there's something more going on.
You never know.
You know, I hope not. I hope it's just inexperience together. But, dude, the other thing that freaks me out, we have no emotional leader on that team. The Bills have no emotional leader. There's nobody, not even Josh. Like, Josh goes and sits on the bench. Bro, did Brady ever sit on the bench on the final play of a game when he needs his defense to step up? No. Brady was out there, like, hopping around, getting his defense screaming.
But you know what,
You
though?
know, like,
I think
you
that's
don't need to be Brady, but, dude, get the heck off the bench, man.
I think that's a lot of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, no. Maybe.
Look at, like, I don't.
They're pampered.
I was like, it's a different game than like when the Mannings were in, then Brady. Like, it's just they're not. I see like they're not like that as much. Sometimes they can be. We're
gonna get some good sound bites out of it today, bro. I guess we'll cut it here because I gotta get under your neck a little bit and we'll taper that. But yeah, that's a freaking. Let's check it out, fam. Let's check the cut and the photo and the on the camera. Do a little 360 shot. Bam, bam, bam. Looking nice. Kept it a little long because we're in the fall.
Yes, sir.
So mid fade looks great. Got you on a nice mid fade today, my guy.
Best in town. Best in town.
All right, all right.